It all began with a simple compliment and a stolen glance. What followed destroyed a young man's future, shattered a marriage, and shook an entire town. Welcome to Tales of Roses Have Thorns, where love cuts deeper than the heart can handle. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story if you love emotional, shocking tales of love gone wrong. The corridors of Bradford High smelled of floor polish and youthful dreams. Rachel Monroe walked them like royalty, heels clicking confidently, blouse tucked, her smile bright enough to disarm the most troubled teen. She was more than a guidance counselor. She was a confidant, a lifeline to many. But under that polished surface, Rachel hid a suffocating truth. Her marriage to Mark had grown cold. What once was passion had become routine. Nights were silent. Words were few. Love had become a memory. Then, Ethan Walker walked into her office. "Come in, Ethan," Rachel said, motioning toward the chair across from her desk. Ethan sat, shoulders slouched, fingers twitching with nerves. "I heard about your mother's surgery. How's she doing?" "She's getting better," he muttered. "Just a lot to take care of at home. My little sister needs me around." Rachel nodded, her voice soft. "You've always been the responsible one. That's rare for someone your age." Ethan looked up, his blue eyes locking with hers for a second longer than normal. "Thanks. Most people just tell me to toughen up." She smiled gently. "Sometimes tough is being the one who feels it all." And just like that, a seed was planted. Over the next few weeks, Ethan returned to her office often. Officially, they discussed college applications, stress, and life at home. Unofficially, their conversations grew longer, deeper, more personal. "Your husband's lucky," Ethan said once, the words tumbling from his mouth before he could stop them. Rachel paused. "Why do you say that? You're kind. You actually listen. That's rare." She leaned back, studying him. Was it harmless admiration? Or was there something else? She told herself it was maternal care, guidance, nothing more. But deep inside, Rachel felt seen, desired. She hadn't felt that way in years. One rainy afternoon, Rachel found a note in her inbox. "Thank you for caring. You're the only reason I show up to school, E." She folded it quickly and tucked it into her purse. Mark Monroe barely noticed the changes in his wife. Late evenings, distracted glances, constant texting. "Everything okay with work?" he asked one night, barely looking up from his dinner. Rachel nodded. "Just the usual student drama." But it wasn't drama. It was obsession. Ethan had started waiting for her outside school. He brought her coffee, flowers, handwritten poems. His admiration turned to worship. "I'd do anything for you," he whispered one afternoon, their hands touching for just a second too long. Rachel pulled away. "This can't happen, Ethan." "Why not?" "I know you're not happy. I see it in your eyes. I'm your counselor. I'm married." He stared at her with pleading eyes. "But you're the only person who makes me feel alive." She should have walked away, reported it, shut it down. But she didn't. Because in some twisted way, Rachel needed that feeling too. Their first kiss happened in her car. She had driven him home from school during a thunderstorm. The world outside was chaos, but inside the car, silence reigned. "I know this is wrong," Ethan whispered. "So do I," Rachel replied. But wrong had never felt so right. It escalated quickly. Secret meetings, heated encounters, love notes disguised as assignments. Carly Jennings noticed the change. "You've been glowing lately," she said one afternoon in the staff lounge. Rachel shrugged. Just focusing on myself. Carly narrowed her eyes. Be careful, Rack. Students can be unpredictable. And some lines, once crossed, can't be undone. Rachel brushed her off. You read too many thrillers. But the story was already writing itself. As their affair deepened, Rachel began confiding in Ethan about her marriage. Mark doesn't love me. He controls everything. He barely talks to me anymore. Ethan clenched his fists. Then leave him. It's not that simple. Divorce would ruin my career, my reputation. Ethan leaned forward. Then maybe he needs to disappear. Rachel laughed nervously. What are you saying? You don't need him. He's just in the way. She shook her head. Ethan, I never said I wanted him dead. You didn't have to. That night, Rachel couldn't sleep. Had she gone too far? Had her desperation created a monster? Like, subscribe, and share this story if you're gripped. The next chapters reveal how love spirals into darkness. Ethan's plan was disturbingly detailed. On Friday, he goes to the hardware store late to close up. I can follow him, wait outside, and make it look like a robbery gone wrong. Rachel shook her head violently. No, this isn't what I wanted. You don't get to back out. You made me believe we had a future. Don't take that away now. Ethan, you're just a kid. His eyes darkened. Not when it comes to love. She tried to reason with him, but the wheels were in motion. It happened on a foggy night. Mark never saw it coming. One moment, he was locking the store. The next, a figure in a hoodie appeared. Bang! A single gunshot echoed through the quiet town. Rachel got the call at 10:17 p.m. She screamed, cried, played the grieving wife perfectly. Ethan was there the next morning, comforting her. It's over. We're free. Rachel stared at him with hollow eyes. No, Ethan. We're not free. We're damned. Detective Isaiah Brooks smelled something off from the start. Your husband had no enemies, no signs of a robbery. But he was shot execution style. That's personal. Rachel kept her composure. I have no idea who would do this. But Ethan couldn't hide his thrill. He walked lighter, smiled more. He even slipped once, saying, At least we have each other now. Carly heard it. She pieced things together. Rachel's change, Ethan's obsession, the murder. She went to the police. Rachel was arrested first. Then Ethan. In court, he sobbed. She told me he abused her. She made me believe we were in love. Rachel's defense? I never told him to do it. He was just a confused boy. The jury saw through them both. Ethan was sentenced to 25 years. Rachel got life. In the end, Rachel's hunger to feel loved led her down a path of destruction. Ethan's youth made him easy to manipulate, but also dangerously impulsive. Sometimes, the love we chase can poison everything we touch. Be careful who you trust with your brokenness. Not everyone will heal it. Some will use it. If this story moved you, hit like, subscribe, and share with someone who loves dark emotional tales.